Are you tired of letting old habits hold you back? Would you rather wake up every morning with feeling empowered that you can take on the day? Today we're diving deep into changing habits. Hi, my name is Sandy. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join my community of change makers. On today's video, I'm going to teach you a proven strategy that is so simple that it even worked for me. Welcome. A couple things that I've been trying to improve upon lately have been sleep, going to sleep, waking up, and time. So in doing the sleep challenge or the waking up challenge, whatever you want to call it, not touching my phone until after I eat breakfast, basically. I've been struggling lately with, maybe a little backstory. I'm a night owl. I love staying up late and watching TV and all that, but my body is not appreciating it, and as I get older it's getting worse. So I've come to the conclusion that I just need to go to sleep. So I had this wild idea the other day. I have a pretty old TV. I think it's like 15 years old, and so I'm going to tell you some backstory first. Maybe other people do this already, but I thought it was odd. But so I have an older TV, and waiting or getting a new Roku for it almost costs as much as a really cheap TV at Walmart costs. So I'm like, it's gonna get bad pretty soon, and I don't like wasting stuff. The TV is like 15 years old, so I don't want to get rid of it unless it's broken. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So then I'm like, I spend a lot in the kitchen. A lot of time. I cook all my meals and I have to wash everything, wash all the dishes, and it gets lonely in the kitchen by myself. So if my brain wants me to watch TV and relax, and I need to be in the kitchen, why not try both at once and see what happens, right? So my proven strategy to this, and it blows my mind, is to do something absolutely ridiculous. The thing that you think is absolutely ridiculous, try it. So I put this up, link a picture of what it looks like in my kitchen right there. And at first, it doesn't look that bad actually, but I don't know, it just, putting a TV on top of your refrigerator, I don't know, seems a little weird to me. Maybe other people do it. It's a big TV. I don't know. I'm back in the day where you had the knobs, the picture right there. That's what I used to, you don't put that on top of a refrigerator. So I guess maybe it's just the fact that I grew up with those kind of TVs, and that's why it's just bizarre to me. But let me tell you, so that was my first step. So again, it's basically bizarre or something that takes you out of your comfort zone. I was listening to Natalie Huffman, and she was mentioning there's like some brain science behind it, that our brains just have these grooves. If you think of like an old dirt road, even with cars, like there's a groove that if you keep going over that one spot over and over again, you get these grooves. So I actually thought about it some more, and I was trying to figure out where I got this habit from. And that's all I've ever witnessed. I've been trying to do different skincare stuff and hair stuff, and my grandma was the only one that ever had a bedtime routine. Sometimes I get really annoyed with routines. I get bored, but I might have another video at some point. If I do, it'll be below, on routines. My grandma had a routine. My parents did too, but I had to think about it for a little bit, and that's where I got it from. They just laid on when they rested or relaxed, they just got to the couch or got to the chair, watched TV, and fell asleep to the TV. Well, that is like the one sleep. I always tried to do a little bit of everything. So 10 years ago when I started this journey, to my health and wellness journey and now beyond, I did that. I took the TVs out of the bedrooms because that was one thing I could do. Then I was just falling asleep and sleeping on the couch, but I tried. I blacked out my room as much as possible. So those are the things I was trying to do better at, good sleep hygiene. And that was the two that I felt the least stress about. But my body kept on telling me, my body told me that I needed to do more. So I've accepted the fact that I need to sleep more. I feel better when I sleep more. But that was the other coping mechanism. If anybody else here is recovering from traumatic childhood or anything traumatic, That was my coping mechanism. It worked for me. That's just made me feel better. It did, but it didn't. I'm sure you can relate. So I tried that. I put the TV on the refrigerator, and I've been getting more dishes done because I'm sitting there because I want to finish the show. So I have to do stuff with my hands. So I think that's another reason why that works for me. This is an example. So think about something in your life that might be as ridiculous as putting a gigantic TV on top of your refrigerator. So that's what I did, but I still wasn't going to sleep early. So this TV thing was the start of all these amazing things that were happening. So I found that video a couple days yesterday on the sleep habits, and it was another reminder. And she said the same thing. I could probably name off 3 or 4 people that have said similar things about sleep, about not touching your phone in the morning, and journaling, doing gratitude. I have a gratitude challenge that I just finished. I highly recommend watching the video. It will be below. So it's always been, again, I've heard all these things before. So they've always write down your dreams in the morning, write down things you're grateful for, go outside. Those are all things that are good things to do in the morning. So I tried them all today. I didn't touch my phone, besides checking it that one time, and I just touched it and it went on because what it does. I could see what time it was. That was the habit that I'm still used to doing. And then I sat outside. I actually want to call it a perimeter check, but I just went outside and I'm like, what am I going to do outside? So I just sat by the spot that I want to fix something on my house. I got sunshine on my body. So that was great. And I don't feel groggy. I took my supplements already, and it's barely, I think maybe 9:30. So I'm pretty excited about that. I woke up with the sun, which is what you want. You want the circadian rhythm. You want your body to naturally wake up. That was always my goal, but I was always doing all these coping mechanisms in the morning, overthinking. That would always drive me nuts when people said I was overthinking, because that's what kept me alive. That's what helped me survive. So thinking less, letting things go, and doing something crazy like putting a TV on top of your refrigerator has been so freeing, and I feel like my life is going in a direction that I've actually chosen. So I hope this was helpful for you today, and that doing something out of the norm, you want to get out of those grooves. Those grooves keep you in the same thing. Some of the grooves are important. That was one of the other things I learned. And I'll link that in the description below. But our brains need some of that. And I think I've finally gotten there a little bit. So, until next time.